New Zealand, a country filled with fascinating culture, thrilling activities, spectacular landscapes, and warm people who care for each other and their land. We dared to dive deep into the top portion of Middle Earth in only 10 days. Was this enough time to see the key places in New Zealand's North Island? Join us to see what we're able to pack into our limited schedule, the variety of experiences that you can do, and get insider travel tips to maximizing your time in Aotearoa. Welcome to New Zealand. You flew from Canada to New Zealand for only 10 days? Yeah, we did. We looked at a map and scouted several plans to see which route would give us the most diverse and exciting activities that range from relaxing in nature to exhilarating adventures, exploring film sets to getting a deeper understanding of the Maori culture. As New Zealand has two parts, we decided to simply focus on the upper half of the North Island. Auckland gave us the perfect launch point to explore Hamilton, Waitomo, Taupo, Rotorua, Hobbiton, Whangarei, Waitangi, and the Kauri Forest. Upon landing in Auckland, we picked up our rental car and headed out of town towards Hamilton. Known as the most beautiful large city in New Zealand, you could see why by visiting Hamilton Gardens, the region's most popular tourist attraction. The award-winning destination is divided into 21 sections, each representing different civilizations or historical garden styles, including paradise, productivity, fantasy, and landscape garden collections. For horticulturalists, nature lovers, and photographers, this is the place to be. From here, we headed south to the small village of Waitomo. We grabbed wetsuits, rubber boots, helmets, and headlamps and walked into the hillside to drop into the earth for some blackwater rafting. Known for its extensive underground cave systems, we safely explored the Tumu Cave by walking, climbing, crawling, bobbing, swimming, and tubing through water-worn passages. This experience offered the perfect blend of adventure, education, and fun, all while being surrounded by stunning stalactites, stalagmites, and thousands of glowworms. Next, we head to Taupo. The weather was a bit damp, so getting out on an electric yacht to visit the Maori rock carvings at Mine Bay seemed like a good way to spend a few hours. We sat back, enjoyed the view, fed the ducks, and listened to the legendary tales en route. Completed in the late 1970s, the main carving is one of a visionary Maori navigator who guided local tribes to the Taupo area over 1,000 years ago. Next to it, you'll see smaller detailed carvings of ancestors and guardians. The Maori rock carvings are only available from the water, so hop on a boat or into a kayak to get a closer look. A popular attraction is the Huka Falls, just a short drive north of town. It showcases where the powerful Pukeatua River squeezes through a narrow volcanic canyon only 15 meters across at a speed of 220,000 liters per second. For anyone looking for a thrill, jet boat rides can take you right to the base of the falls. For those that want to stay dry, there are several lookouts and accessible trails around the falls, allowing visitors to get a different view and explore the lush surrounding area. Before we left town, we followed the warm waters to Wairakei Terraces, stunning geothermal terraces formed over millennia, featuring cascading, mineral-rich hot pools. This wonderland offers a self-guided walk highlighting the Maori heritage through unique landscapes, leading back to the therapeutic adults-only pool. Here you can enjoy a mix of relaxation and cultural immersion while soaking in the restorative hot thermal pools of Taupo. It's time to circle back and drive north to Rotorua. If you're looking for a destination that celebrates all things Maori, and has an abundance of activities, amazing natural beauty, then this is the place that you must visit. We headed to Puia, home to the largest geyser in the southern hemisphere. Here, we were able to view bubbling hot pools, steaming vents, and fascinating rock formations. This place has so much to offer, including the Kiwi House to catch a glimpse of the native kiwi birds, guided tours to share insights into how people lived, and watch traditional Maori performances. Also on site is the Maori Arts and Crafts Institute, where you can see students creating traditional carvings and weavings right before your eyes. Since Rotorua sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire, locals found a way to make lemonade out of lemons and use the boiling, mineral-rich mud for therapeutic purposes. Named for the calming and peaceful setting, Hell's Gate is surrounded by thriving native flora that you can tour to the steaming cliffs, erupting waters, mud volcanoes, and hot waterfalls. Then, experience the healing powers of the mud for yourself with an exfoliating and cleansing soak in the sulfur pools and full-body mud coverage. For a bit more action, we grabbed a bike and rode the network of paths in the Whakarewarewa forest. The trails are rated for their level of difficulty, and you can find a variety of beginner-friendly tracks to adrenaline-inducing advancing routes. While pedaling, we rode to the Redwood Treewalk and participated in an afternoon exploration through the trees. Suspension bridges high off the ground give you a bird's-eye view of the area, which is also lit up at night. Bright lanterns pierce through the darkness as they hang from assorted levels in the trees and provide an ambient and colorful glow to the night setting. When you head into town to explore the core, you'll find a shop called Mountain Jade, where you can learn about the stone that is deeply ingrained in the Maori culture. See the different kinds of jade and observe the skilled artisans as they carve exquisite pieces. Jade carving is a process, and seeing how it's shaped, etched, polished, and strung brings added respect to the cultural importance of this cherished taonga. For one of the best views in town, head to the top of Skyline Rotorua. It's more than just a lookout. You can participate in a range of exciting activities, including Skyline Luge. You hop into a 3-wheeled cart that is gravity-fueled to explore different tracks on the mountain. Trails wind through the forest, offering a mix of tight corners, tunnels, and dips. To stay in control, lean into the curves and ease up on the handles to manage your speed. When you're done, ride up and do it all over again. You've got to balance adventure and relaxation, so after a long day of activity and sightseeing, head to the secret spot for some R&R. Private hot tubs tucked away in a natural setting set the mood to help you reconnect with nature. Backing onto a lush landscape, you absorb the peaceful and tranquil setting as you soak in hot waters. You can't visit New Zealand and not have a hangi. The traditional meal is cooked in an earth oven using heated rocks to slow roast and infuse it with a unique, smoky flavor. We had our experience at Mitai Maori village, which also had warriors paddling in a waka, adorned in customary attire, followed by a performance with local songs, dances, and various demonstrations of weaponry and combat techniques. Like most of this trip, our time in Rotorua was short, and now it's time to leave and make our way to the ecological reserve known as Sanctuary Mountain. Here we entered a Jurassic Park-esque style compound that is a lush, safe haven for native flora and fauna, made to keep out pests and invasive species. The sanctuary offers a range of walking tracks and guided tours, allowing visitors to explore the thriving native bush and enjoy wildlife in its natural habitat. Next on our adventure, the Shire. We drove to the site of a cinematic wonder deep in the rolling hills. Tours from Hobbiton launch every 15 minutes to the original film location where guests can explore hobbit holes, set pieces, costumes, and other memorable scenes from the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit films. For fans, it's interesting to hear the behind-the-scenes anecdotes about the filming and creation of the Shire. You can see even more when you get to the Green Dragon to have your very own pint. To break up our New Zealand North Island adventure, we made our way into the hillside for a farm stay. Not everyone was thrilled that we were there, but we came to an agreement. For animal lovers, this is a great way to get up close and see ducks, chickens, sheep, goats, donkeys, horses, and more. Just strolling through the property was relaxing and a nice way to spend an evening. As we were passing through Auckland, we decided to stop at Wētā Workshop Unleashed. They've created some of the most iconic, groundbreaking special effects, props, and costumes for blockbuster movies. We took a tour to explore some of the amazing design pieces, animatronics, prosthetics, props, and miniature sets. As an added experience, we participated in a world-building workshop where we designed and painted our very own fantasy landscape. With the magic of movies behind us, we continued north and stopped off at a beachside town to stretch our legs, take in the views, and snap a few pictures. Our drive took us to the scenic reserve of Whangarei Falls, where we watched the river tumble over a towering cliff into a natural pool. When we arrived at our lodge in Tutukaka, a family festival full of food and crafts greeted us. This marina was our launching point for the Poor Knights Island, where we were able to learn a little bit more about the cultural significance of the island, the surrounding marine reserve, and what it was used for. If you're looking to get in some diving, this is one of the best places to check out marine life. After some time on the ocean, we drove to Waitangi Treaty Grounds, the historic site where the treaty between the British Crown and Maori people was established. In the peaceful park-like area with panoramic views of the Bay of Islands, you can check out significant structures, see performances, and learn about the history of the first people and their interactions with the new settlers. On our way to visit some ancient giants, we drove through Pier, but pulled over to enjoy the shores of the harbor and the windswept dunes in the distance. To get a better view of the landscape, we hiked to a nearby scenic lookout point to enjoy the refreshing coastal breeze and wave at the Australian neighbors. The road led us through lots of vibrant farmland to Waipoua Forest. It's home to some of New Zealand's oldest and largest kauri trees, including the Lord of the Forest, Tāne Mahuta. Walking among these giants is a humbling experience and highlights the importance of protecting such a majestic place. As the day went on, we turned our sights towards Auckland, driving through lush landscapes and picturesque countryside. To say our goodbye, we discovered a swing by the shore, tethered to a tree, and enjoyed the setting sun on our final evening in New Zealand. As we weaved through the island in search of adventure and put on about 1,400 kilometers in 10 days, we saw a lot and fully embraced the land, its people, and its stories. Here's some of our essential tips to help you make the most out of your Kiwi adventure. Prepare for reverse seasons. Spring there means fall in North America. When flying, travel with carry-on only and don't take items that need to be declared. We saved ourselves about an hour of waiting in lines doing this. New Zealand has strict biosecurity rules to protect its unique environment. Declare any food, plants, and outdoor gear upon arrival and follow the guidelines. Obtain a local SIM card for reliable internet access during your trip. We got ours from the Spark store as you passed the duty-free shop at the airport. They have sunshine and bugs. Carry bug spray and sunblock. Say kia ora. It's a Maori word that means hello, goodbye, be healthy, cheers, and has several other meanings. To travel on a budget, compare prices. Depending on the season, renting a car and staying at B&Bs could be cheaper than using a camper van and opting to stay at the free or low-cost campgrounds. New Zealanders drive on the right side of the car while on the left side of the road. This is different than North America and can mess you up. If you're not confident, go slow, be careful, and avoid the city until you're comfortable. Streets and highways are tight, and there isn't much of a shoulder, so keep your eyes on the road. New Zealand is a popular place, especially during the holidays and summer. To maximize your 10-day trip, book everything in advance. Respect the Maori culture. You might be asked to not photograph specific performances or laugh during a haka. Be kind. The smell of sulfur, which strongly resembles rotten eggs, sweeps through geothermal areas. If you're sensitive to odors, take precautions. Remove all jewelry before mud treatments due to corrosion risk. Limit your sessions to 20 minutes once daily based on safety recommendations. Look for the Qualmark logo. This is New Zealand Tourism's quality assurance, indicating businesses that meet high standards in service, safety, and sustainability, guiding travelers to the best experiences possible. Always clean your boots when entering protected areas at the supplied stations in New Zealand. This is a crucial measure that prevents the spread of soil-borne diseases and pests that threaten the country's ecosystem. Factor in extra time for scenic stops and potential construction delays. Always inform someone of your travel plans, especially when hiking or exploring remote areas. If you can spend more time in New Zealand, do it. There's just so much to see and do there that you won't regret it. While 10 days is brief, make every moment count. The last thing I want to leave you with is the Maori word tiaki. It means to care for people and place. Kiwis promote the Tiaki Promise, which is a commitment to care for New Zealand for now and future generations. Travelers are encouraged to care for the land, sea, and nature by minimizing their impact, travel safely while showing care and consideration for others, and respect the local culture with an open heart and mind when visiting. It's a call to act as guardians of the island with a sense of responsibility for its well-being the same way locals do. This is a great philosophy to live by, no matter where you're traveling. We are the Artistry of Adventure, and we want to spark your creativity to help you experience adventure. Stay connected, hit that like button, and subscribe to our channel for more great advice and inspiration. Now, get out there and face the elements.